It is time to fear because relegation is here. Livy might be taking that one-way ticket down to the Championship, but which one of these four teams will be going to the relegation ball and having a dance-off with a Championship side? Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football, and we pretty much all accept now that Livy are down. There is no way back for them, so our attention turns from not 12th place but to 11th place, and which team could possibly finish in that relegation playoff place and have to fight for their survival, fight for their Premiership freedom in the playoffs against one of three potential Championship sides. So we put the four teams that are currently in the 4 of the 5 bottom positions outside Livy. Obviously for this poll, it's Ross County, St Johnstone, Aberdeen and Motherwell. There was 1.3k votes and the results are in. So the team most likely to finish 11th, according to you guys, are Aberdeen, 46%. 46%, nearly half of the people voting for Aberdeen. Then we had Ross County, 29%, St Johnstone, 20%, and last we have Motherwell with 5%. I don't really expect Motherwell to be in this, but because they were the next place team in the league, we thought we'd stick them in the poll anyway. So what's your thoughts on this? I mean, Aberdeen's a bit of a hard one to judge. I mean, they've got a good squad. If they can turn it around, you can see them winning quite a lot of the remaining fixtures, especially in the bottom 6 when they're against the weaker sides. But we don't really know what Aberdeen we're going to get. As for St Johnstone, Ross County, I would much rather be Ross County right now because they just seem to have the form, playing better football, picking up results. St Johnstone aren't really doing that. I would say out of these teams, probably St Johnstone are the one that I think are most likely to finish 11th, based on current form right now and the fact that they don't have a huge gap over Ross County in the league.
Yeah, I would say St Johnstone would be my favourites. I think Aberdeen's won it though because bigger club. There's a lot of people that want Aberdeen to go down compared to St Johnstone or Ross County. Unless you think Ross County's got a plastic pitch.
Any particular fan we could put it?
It might be Rangers. Oh, well, I mean, put it this way, right? I think Celtic fans and Hibs and Hearts fans would also want Aberdeen to go down. If Aberdeen go down, Celtic are the only club left standing, never to be relegated. Even though Rangers did get shafted in that department.
Nah, they went down. Shite, Joby, same
but
thing.
But did they get relegated?
Aye, relegated to the League 2.
They never got relegated to the Championship, though.
Well, they'd probably rather that, wouldn't you?
Nah, you probably would have rathered that, but guess they lost the playoff. Would Aberdeen lose the playoff? I'm not too sure. I think Motherwell... I mean, this was obviously done after the weekend, wasn't it? The fixtures? This poll.
Here.
What?
Rangers did lose that playoff.
I know they did.
So therefore that's technically been relegated.
Is it though?
I'd say so. It's a relegation play. Alright, for Rangers it might be considered a promotion playoff position. But come on.
Well, for Motherwell it was a relegation.
Aye, well losing to Motherwell 6-0 in aggregate is... That's... I don't know if that's worse than getting relegated.
That was bad. Mosley punching people in the face. I mean, that's 9 years ago, wasn't it?
Crazy times. Anyway, yeah, I think that St Johnstone are the team here more likely to finish 11th, but we'll see. You're also going with St Johnstone. Let's dive into the comments because we've got 69 to read, so therefore, yeah, we're not going to talk shite for 10 minutes then go in. We're going to dive in, Ted, right now.
Yeah, St Johnstone is our team, guys. Well, team that we did, not our team, but yeah, Charles Lloyden.
Anyone with a plastic pitch, so therefore, nobody in this poll. Right, John Kellio says, haha, the question isn't, who do you want to finish 11th? Alright. No,
that's why Aberdeen have won, I think.
Einstein. James Fulton, Aberdeen is the only play against Rangers and that's not good enough. Is that the case though? I mean, if they only played against Rangers, would they finish third last year? Just doesn't seem possible. I mean,
doesn't seem possible, but people have said Aberdeen lie down to Celtic and Hearts lie down to... No. Aye, Aberdeen lie down to Celtic and Hearts lie down to Rangers. What do you make of that claim against your team?
Well, what I would say is it's not necessarily lying down. What fan base do you think cares more about beating Aberdeen, Rangers or Celtic?
Obviously, Rangers.
So therefore, why is it not fair for Aberdeen to care more about beating Rangers than it is?
And you would say that Hearts would rather beat Celtic than Rangers. Would you agree with that?
I think it's because of the religion aspect.
Yeah, no, that good stuff. Great stuff. Keeps the game alive.
So yeah, I mean for me, Aberdeen, you can argue that Aberdeen try harder, right? No, I wouldn't say try harder. I would go as far as saying that It means more to Aberdeen beating Rangers than it does Celtic, but I would also argue it means more to Rangers beating Aberdeen than it does for Celtic beating Aberdeen, so just depends really, doesn't it?
What's Aberdeen's religion? Shagging sheep or something?
Anyway, Craig Leaf says, I really hope it's the sheep shaggers. I'd love it even more so because in the past couple of weeks they've done me for a right few quid at Bet365. Please gamble responsibly.
The 1 week I didn't bet Aberdeen, they won.
That's my new gimmick here. Anytime somebody mentions a bet, I'm going to have to say, please gamble responsibly.
Nah, don't gamble responsibly. See if you want to give all your money away to Bet365.
Give it to us.
Exactly.
Fuck Bet365.
See, next time you think about putting $2,000 into the slot machines, stick it into the Fog Sevens.
All these bastards. I mean, all these bastards commenting and not even one of them get me a super chat.
I know what's that about.
That's pish poor, man.
That is. Fucking is. It's a long international break without any super chats.
Anyway, Alan Kerr says, as long as Rangers win, who gives? Well, mate, you know what? This is a Scottish football channel and there's more than one team in Scotland, so...
Well, put it this way, right? What Rangers fan out of these four would not want Aberdeen to go down?
I know.
I think Aberdeen being the biggest club out the four, everyone would want Aberdeen to go down.
Tiffa says, who cares? I don't get it, Steve, you don't care. Why fucking comment?
I'll take the comments.
No, but if you don't care, just move on.
Fuck the Huns, the next guy said.
Fuck the Huns. What's that got today?
I mean, that personally.
I mean, like, what relevance has that got? Hee-haw, none. Nada. Steph, no more.
Stefan.
I pray it's the sheep. I'd love to see him go down. Fair enough. The Blue Baron says Aberdeen deserve to be relegated.
I actually agree with that.
Ryan Forbes, 2012. Do you agree with that?
The Blue Baron gets stuck your mother's body count, so he's done him in there.
Fuck. Did your mum fall down the stairs? Oh, Ryan Forbes, Patter's piss. Yeah, that's worse than Eric's still game.
Nah, take a flying focus here, so that doesn't work that, Eric.
What the fuck kind of reply is that? There's time to delete this.
The only thing I can
that's
think...
gonna be hard for me.
The only thing I can think he meant is possibly the Ibrox disaster, but I can't... I mean, it's not definitive. It's not for sure there.
That's still a shit.
No, it is.
It is. Brilliant response, man. That was no bad. I'll give a wee heart there. That was decent, like... know
your role, Ryan.
Dale Kerder says, who actually cares? These are clubs that can't even get their pitches in order. Why? Which one of these clubs got a game cancelled because of their pitch?
Everyone's taking the Dundee thing, but I mean, I took it bad, right? Because I think it's a Dundee problem for me. It's the fourth game they've
No, but we've had people talk about fucking Rangers here. We've had people talk about Dundee, and we've had people talk about plastic pitches. And that's got nothing to do with these four clubs.
It doesn't.
So, like, I mean, I don't get it. Martin Swaney, I'd love it to be Aberdeen, but can't see it. County doing quite well. I think it'll be St Johnstone. I agree. So I'm going to give a wee... Oh, what's this? Shut the fuck up. Have we got a wee St Johnstone for you?
Right.
Hello, we are the Billy Boys. Photo Aberdeen, more in hope though. Utter scumbag fans up with that stinking tip. Entitled fans of a poor team. Take their utter horrible songs somewhere else for a bit. It's a shame Hibs can't go with them. I mean, do you really want Aberdeen and Hibs at the top flight though?
No.
Do you remember do you remember when Rangers, Hibs and Hearts were in the Championship and it almost felt like the Championship was the superior league?
And you were like, why is this not in FIFA? And the Premiership is?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, I want the top teams in. I want the top teams in the top
Well,
league.
here, if you want to do a trade, and it can be Rangers and Hearts in the top flight, and those Celtic, Aberdeen and Hibs.
Get a guaranteed Champions League football then.
Aye.
Jack Sutherland said St Johnstone or County. Michael Facure says, the monkeys looking for Aberdeen to go down. Bitter, scummy fans. Let's be honest though, right? Albeit Aberdeen did pick up a win there. Before that, it was 11 without a win. And I don't think necessarily picking Aberdeen to go down or finishing 11th is bitterness. It could just be you think they're fucking shite.
Yeah.
Because up until the weekend there, I would have probably voted for Aberdeen.
Yeah, I think that win's probably just got them over the line. Because what you got to bear in mind is, as you touched on, they've got the best team. If any team's going to click, it'll be Aberdeen.
You just feel like it might just take one good result for Aberdeen and then they'll go on a run.
Yeah.
But we'll see if that happens or not. Edward McGee said hopefully Aberdeen are relegated. Leanne Campbell, hurting Hunnery hope. Why would I be hurting? You're a shite club with no fans. Most in Aberdeen support the old firm shop. Still hurting because Aberdeen beat Rangers 3-1 first time in years. Hearts just have no heart playing Rangers. Is that what about Hearts have no heart playing Rangers? Haha, you think we give that second thought, you sheep shagging shagger? How about us beating you in the League Cup final? Like St Johnstone, St Mirren, Hibs don't want Celtic. Don't with Celtic, you mean? You sheep are delusional, you only raise your game against us and get pumped by 11 other teams, half your city support Rangers. Ha 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 ha. Is that true?
Well, half
Aberdeen support Rangers?
Well, I need to crunch the fucking numbers, like, I don't know.
I would say more people in Aberdeen support Rangers than Celtic, though.
Oh, aye, yes. I'd say absolutely.
Why is that?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know.
Well,
Michael Taylor says St Johnstone for the 11th.
maybe just half the population of Aberdeen are decent, upstanding folks.
Is that the half that support Aberdeen or the half that support Rangers?
That's up for you to decide, buddy.
Stuart Robertson says...
The ones that support Celtic are in jail.
Martindale, a Celtic fan. Stuart Robertson says, would rather see the Dandy Dons in Dublin rather than the delusional iBox. Well, I don't think the Dandy Dons
Do
are...
we really need to be opening these 15 replies, by the way? It's just going to be back and forth.
Well, we're getting over a defeat to the Benfica. You know, a team worth over 150 million euros. The Dandy Dons are still getting knocked out by the cup by Darvel. Yous are truly pathetic. Dandy Dons in Dublin. You can't even muster 17,000 fans up at that mad stadium up there. Total irrelevance.
Aberdeen's attendance is pathetic.
Remember the Huns Champions League show last season? Damn, that was neat.
It was bad.
You remember every embarrassing game in Europe in the last 4 years? Tell me any team you beat recently in a meaningful European tie. I believe this. Is he a Celtic fan or Aberdeen fan? Every game in Europe is meaningful, wee man, but Rangers haven't won a Champions League game in 14 years. Although, to be fair, it's not like Rangers... I'm not really defending Rangers here, but they haven't been in the Champions League that often. It's only that one season I can recall.
Yeah.
And that's the only time they've been in the Champions League the last 14 years.
I know, so...
And that was a tough group. Craig Leaf, Septic Clowns, allowed out tonight. Just remember, if it weren't for Rangers, you lot wouldn't have got in there first place. Although we have got stung with that unwanted record of goals conceded and all that. You weren't too far behind last time out. What was it? One win in a total meaningless game. We've carried you there. You've embarrassed the whole of Scotland now. Away and take your mouth for a massive shite and then go and hibernate. Because... the famous are coming and we shall not be moved. We are the people. Thoughts on that?
Fuck again, at the end there, didn't he?
Bit of a long-winded comment, but we finally made it. Correct by default. Celtic haven't won a European knockout stage in 21 years, not even in the conference. Where did you get 21 years from, wee man? Your last European knockout stage that you won was in 2003. Boavista 2003, your last knockout stage win. Really? The 11-03-04 beating Barcelona doesn't count then, wee man, not 21 years. I definitely can't continue this with kids. Alright, so you're claiming it's 20 years, not 21? Big fucking whip. That's so much better,
Solid, I mean, come on.
The guy was 1 year out.
At least if it was like 10 years ago, it's a bit different. I mean, come on.
Yeah, okay, I'll come back in a year and I'll be correct. I still had 2 European finals in 15 years. You haven't won a knockout stage in 20. You don't get to batten or us about Europe. First club to be knocked out of 3 European comps in one season. First club to lose 7 Champions League home games consecutively. That's poor, isn't it? 7.
That is.
It's actually impossible to play in 3 European competitions in one season, wee man. Your knowledge is honking. Well, I mean, technically, if you're counting qualifiers, it's possible. Remember Rangers in Europe? I mean... Has he not already said that? Remember Rangers... I mean, we're repeating the same shite now?
No, but see, the thing with Rangers last season, right? No one's defending it, but I would describe it as a freak. Because Rangers in Europe have been really good. That's the only season since Gerrard came into Rangers where Rangers have been awful.
And to be fair, they did have, James Sands and stuff playing at centre-back.
Leon King.
Wasn't great. Hail, hail, no chance Aberdeen will go down. They can and should be way ahead of the Edinburgh club's great tradition and a massive Scottish club. They just need the right man to take charge and be given time to implement their ideas. There's no reason why Aberdeen can't regularly play in Europe. I'm going to disagree with that. Should be way ahead of the Edinburgh clubs. Why? I think that's a myth. Why are Aberdeen such a bigger club than Hearts? Can someone explain it to me? Hearts have actually won more trophies than Aberdeen have. Domestic trophies.
More recently too? No, because Hearts and Aberdeen are both pitched, so let's move on.
I'm Jules said, should be way ahead of Hearts and Hibs as a joke, right? They're one of the best strikers in the league and they're struggling with him. Imagine that they didn't have him. As for being a massive club, they're one of the biggest Scottish teams. I agree with that. But they have the same league titles and one less Scottish Cup than Hearts, so they aren't miles ahead in that regard either. Yeah, I mean, they're not. They've won the same amount of league titles as Hearts and they've won one less Scottish Cup. Now, albeit they've got a European Cup, and I'll give them a little bit of credit for that.
Yeah, of course, but
I mean,
why should Aberdeen be in front of Hearts?
But can we really just say that? Does that mean Nottingham Forest then are massive because they won a fucking cup years ago?
But see, what I think it is with Scotland, obviously, there's not that many big teams. In England, it's like, you think of the big six in England, you don't think of the teams that have won trophy. Even though, right, they are bigger than City, of course they all are, like Villa and Forest, but I don't know, I think just in Scotland, because you think of Rangers and Celtic, then you do think of them. I mean, like, Hugh Keevan saying Aberdeen aren't a big club, because they've not really done anything in the past 40 years, his words, not mine. Is that really true? We've kind of talked about it before, but I think you can almost get away with it in Scotland because there's been so much dominance by the old firm.
What would you say is the top 6 clubs in Scotland in terms of, I don't know, like, I take it size, so we're talking about in terms of big clubs in Scotland. What's your order from 6th to 1st?
6th to 1st?
Oh.
So... Hibs.
Right.
Dundee United.
You think Dundee United's bigger than Hibs?
I do.
Fair enough.
I mean, Hibs are fucking pish.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm not.
No, it's just because, I don't know what it is. I don't know why, like, Dundee United aren't treated.
Just spit your words out, go.
Right, so, Hibs, Dundee United. I'm going to put Hearts 4th, and I'm going to put Aberdeen 3rd.
Who you put in 2nd?
I'll put Celtic 2nd, I'll put Rangers 1st. Woo!
What about Celtic's European Cup?
Yeah, I'm not going to deny that's massive.
What would it take for Celtic to go above Rangers?
I think once Celtic go above Rangers on a trophy count, and they've got the European Cup, you can't really dispute it.
But did you not say they'd have to do that for 10 seasons?
No, I agree. It would have to be over a prolonged period of time.
So Celtic have to go get more trophies than Rangers and then hold that for
yes,
like
but
10
look
years?
how long Rangers have had more trophies than Celtic. We're talking... I mean, how long are we talking? We're talking generations. Celtic can't just overtake them with a bigger club.
Would you say there's much in it between Hearts and Aberdeen?
No, I wouldn't.
Alright, what would it take for you to put Hearts to get above Aberdeen?
Probably a couple of years of prolonged success.
3rd? Maybe after another trophy or 2?
Aye, and good European runs and shit.
There you go, right.
I think the gap between Hearts and Aberdeen is probably similar to Rangers and Celtic, where it can be changed.
Would you listen
within a couple of years? But I think Hibs are nowhere near Hearts and Aberdeen.
I agree. The only thing I would say Hibs are bigger than Dundee United, but I don't. And I know Hearts and Hibs have won the same amount of league titles, but I just think Hearts are a bigger club than Hibs, and that's not me being biased. Like, I'm not just saying that because they're my rivals. I just believe that they are, and I don't think there's much between Hearts and Aberdeen.
It's just Dundee United, though. I mean,
and I tell you what,
they've beat Barcelona a lot of times with Hibs. Then
I think the only reason I'm putting Aberdeen above Hearts is because Hearts have been relegated twice in the last decade, 12 years.
That's not good.
And like what would Aberdeen be like though if Hearts, Hibs, Rangers never went down? It's a weird dynamic.
Yeah.
How the league would have played it. But anyway, let's move on here.
But we got to bear in mind as well. Like, I mean, Celtic. Look at how many trophies they've copping Rangers over the past decade and a bit.
Aye. Poundland, Andra, Sputin. As a Kelly fan, either Aberdeen or County is a better on my wallet. It's better on my... I take it that's because of the travelling up north. Ayrshire. I take it if you're going to Aberdeen for Ayrshire, that's north, isn't it? Aye.
Aye. Good
geography there.
No, mate, it's south. Of course it's fucking north. Numbnuts.
Poundland, Rasputin.
Rasputin.
Cross carrier. I hope Aberdeen go down, not for any particular animosity from me towards them, but for selfish reasons. As an Aberdeen fan, as a Rangers fan, Aberdeen is high octane grudge match that we could do without having to play 4 times a season. I know Hearts and Celtic isn't exactly a friendly encounter, but I can't help but feel Aberdeen and Hibs hate Rangers more than Hearts hate Celtic.
Do you agree with that?
I think there's definitely a case. Hearts saved their hatred for Hibs, quite right. I don't like them either. We have to play 12 league games a season with 3 teams that absolutely hate us. I would be happy to not have Aberdeen because it's always hard. You know what, I think that's a very fair comment, to be honest. He's not saying that he hates Aberdeen and that he wants Aberdeen to go down because they're sheep-shagging bastards. He says he wants them to go down because...
Justified reason.
It's harder for Rangers. I think that's fair. I agree with that. Let's give it a wee Heartser. Your thoughts on that? Do you agree?
I agree with that. You want less games against your rivals and harder games. I mean, you even look at like Dundee United. Dundee United's a big game for Rangers.
Hearts deserve nothing. They are nothing and always will be nothing. Well, I'm going to give Chop the chop here. I don't agree with that, man. Let's just move on. Cricket Winkle Picker said, lots of buns on the votes tonight, not a chance, stand free. You can stand free in the championship, fair enough. Pride of Lanarkshire says, we were poor, cannot lie today, but we will stay at the bottom too. I think they will as well. And then this guy here, OT, says, Celtic, even though they can't finish 11th, it's mathematically impossible for them to do so. But yeah, there you go. So that's it, guys. Majority views in the poll and maybe comments as well. I believe it's going to be Aberdeen. I don't think it'll be Aberdeen. I'm going to go for St Johnstone. We're both going for St Johnstone, so we'll see. Although it's set to be it's poised to be a pretty entertaining bottom 6, group relegation group playoff, because we could see a number of teams finish 11. So we'll catch you in the next one. Until then, though, peace.